because of hang person, Adam Page.
Oh, come on now.
Thank you very much.
Listen to the boos. Deservedly so.
My name is Platinum Max Caster. And I am known as the best wrestler alive. If you don't believe I'm the best wrestler alive, right here in my hand is a trademark signed and notarized by your precious United States government. I'm giving anybody, anywhere, an opportunity to go eye to eye with the best wrestler alive. And since I ran my partners, Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn, out of this company, now you can see that the true mastermind behind the Acclaimed was always me, Platinum Max. So without further ado, let's see who can survive the best wrestler alive.
This is preposterous. Yeah, a gross misrepresentation of the facts by Max Caster.
Oh, wait a second. Max Caster made it clear he wanted to give this opportunity to somebody else. Anybody else.
From Arims Creek, Virginia, weighing 229 pounds, Hangman Adam Page.
Look at that face, Excalibur. And Hangman Adam Page, all business as he strides towards the ring. And once again, Max Caster fleeing from Hangman, and quite literally fleeing as he's running into the crowd. I don't think Hangman realizes it.
Well, it looks like he's going to get himself a front row seat. At least he's going to attempt to. He's right in the. He's hiding.
Well, the fans here are giving it away.
Caster attempting to camouflage himself in this great crowd here just outside of Austin, Texas.
So is this what the Nigel? Is this what the best wrestler alive does? Come on now.
Creating a little bit of space. I mean, understandably, Max Caster wanted to give an opportunity to a young up-and-comer. Not Hangman Adam Page, former AEW world champion.
This is...
Well, head him off in the pass, I believe.
What the Hangman does in pursuit of Max Caster, and Caster fleeing to the relative safety of the ring. Both men enter, the bell has rung, and our opening contest is underway tonight on Dynamite.
That was actually a pretty smart move. Get the first blow in.
Hangman Adam Page turning the tables, or attempting to at least, on Max Caster. Caster gets the boot up, and a Hurricane Rana by Caster. Impressive maneuver for a man of his size.
Great start from the best wrestler alive.
Well, he shows a lot of confidence when he's in the ring by himself with a microphone, but not so much when he's got an opponent like Hangman.
Right behind you.
Yeah, we talked about Max Caster's resume in tag team and in trio situations, but it's Hangman Adam Page that is a former AEW world champion and a man that is on the warpath here tonight to kick off Dynamite.
Well, you know what? He's always on the warpath.
Hangman sliding lariat. Caster in serious trouble here.
Oh,
and this
wait a second.
Could be over before it even begins. Hangman poised.
Max.
Poised to deliver both barrels to Max Caster. Block, shot, lariat.
Oh, my God.
There is your winner, Hangman Adam Page.
Well, if you're counting, and I am, he's 0 for 2 in his open challenges. Roosh and Hangman.
Certainly not looking like the best wrestler alive right now, but Max Caster, a valiant effort nonetheless.
An effort. You can't take that away from Max Caster, but you can't take away the fact that Hangman Adam Page, an emphatic victory, another notch in the win column for that man, the Hangman Adam Page. And speaking of Hangman, his rivalry with Swerve Strickland was wrought with hatred and violence, unlike that which we had ever seen, but Swerve's conflict with Ricochet may eclipse even that. Let's take you back to last week to see what went down between Strickland and Ricochet.
Much like the Philadelphia Eagles, I now stand before you a winner. Swerve Strickland, he had all the threats. He had all the insults. He had all the menacing looks and vigor. But again, none of that matters when you can't win. Ricochet is moving on to bigger and better things. Look, Ricochet, we are far from done. I'm a big believer in an eye for an eye, and I am coming for you.
This is the same thing I'm talking about, boss, huh? Why you always have to make it so personal? Focus on the things we've talked about. Moxley, the world title that belongs around your waist.
Listen, I can't. I tried. You of all people know that I tried. Look what happened the last time I let Hangman walk away. I lost everything.
This is a cruel, cold world, but luckily for me, your boy's staying really, really warm.
I will end this.
Your career in Ring of Honor, you know just how important that embassy robe is, not only to Swerve Strickland, but Prince Nana.
It means a lot. It means everything to Nana, and certainly the fact that Ricochet now wearing it is going to get under his craw.
This bout set forward for the 16-minute time limit is for the AEW World Trios Championship. Introducing the challengers first, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly.
Well, Tony Schiavone. Before we get to that, let's get back to the ring and the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
And their partner, Adam Cole.
Longtime friends outside of the ring, but more importantly for tonight, longtime partners inside the ring, and they will need every bit of teamwork, every bit of cohesion if they hope to dethrone the Death Riders for the AEW World Trios Championships tonight on Dynamite. It was this past Saturday at Collision where Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong outlasted two other teams to earn their shot at the AEW World Trios Championships, Undisputed Kingdom's first shot at the AEW World Trios Championships, and we could see new champions crowned here tonight in Austin, Texas, but the Death Riders not to be taken lightly, a very, very formidable trio. We are on the cusp of our first AEW World Trios Championship match of 2025. The Death Riders winning the titles back at All in London.
That's 4 successful title defenses for the Death Riders. Last time they defended them back in November of last year. Claudio said he liked the Undisputed King. He said they had teeth, but he's going to need to pull them out.
And their opponents, they are the AEW World Trios Champions, the Bastard Pack, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli, the Death Riders.
As the champions make their way to the ring, let's sneak back to this past Saturday night at Collision, the Undisputed Kingdom clinching the victory in the three-way trios match to earn their shot at the titles. But the Death Riders did not wait long to leave Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong laying, but just because they jumped them didn't mean that Strong, O'Reilly, and Cole were out of the fight. The Death Riders making a hasty retreat, but there will be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide tonight, Tony.
What a big-time title match this is here on Dynamite.
Yeah, Nigel, this configuration of the Death Riders, Pac, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli, undefeated as a trio, winning the titles, as I mentioned, in the ladder match in London. last August, but this could be their toughest test yet.
Toughest test, certainly. We heard it from Claudio, as I mentioned. Oh, wait a second, it gets started quick now.
Whoa, watch out.
Hold on to your hats.
We knew it would break down. I didn't think it would break down so soon, Excalibur.
Yeah, picking up right where these 6 men left off this past Saturday, a collision. O'Reilly paired off with Pac, Adam Cole, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, Roderick Strong. The action all over the ringside area here tonight in Austin. Undisputed Kingdom getting the better of the champs, at least for the moment. And fans, don't go anywhere because this Trios Championship match continues on TBS and streaming on Max.
Since all 3 members have talked about Daniel Garcia and the TNT titles.
Yeah, that has been one of their focuses, no doubt about it, but they can come away with a Trios Championship tonight.
We saw in the Casino Gauntlet match a few weeks ago that Garcia, he was working well with Adam Cole. He was working well with Roderick Strong, but once the entire Undisputed Kingdom got into the mix, I think Daniel Garcia, in their opinion, had outlived his usefulness.
Garcia has found out what it's like to be a champion.
Right.
A long-time challenger.
Well, fans, this AEW World Trios Championship match continues here on TBS and streaming on Max.
It's a good point, Nigel, that he found out what it's like to be a champion. You always got that target on your back. You really, I mean, if you think about it, you really have no friends when it comes to defending a title or having a title around your waist in AEW.
That's certainly what the AEW Women's Champion Mariah May has found since she gained that prestigious gold. Everybody's been gunning for her, and of course, at Grand Slam, here's a cover.
Adam Cole now the cover, the far leg hook, but Yuta more than equal to the task.
Grand Slam, it will be the histrionic Toni Storm coming for the women's gold.
Histrionic.
Yeah, look it up.
The AEW World Trios Championship is on the line. The Undisputed Kingdom, the challengers, have retaken the advantage from the champions, the Death Riders. Kyle O'Reilly going to work on Wheeler Yuta, but Yuta, handful of hair, backing O'Reilly up to the corner.
Huge matchup among many huge matchups.
And now the bastard Pac, the legal man for the Death Riders, as he drives that boot into the jaw of Kyle O'Reilly. And if Pac didn't have enough reasons to dislike the Undisputed Kingdom, from what I understand, Kyle O'Reilly, big Sunderland fan. So Pac coming in this with extra venom.
You might have to explain that to some of our American audience. Sunderland and Newcastle, where Pac comes from. Strong rivals, let's put it that way. That'd be like the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, is that right?
Maybe New York Jets, but
yeah, maybe more like the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, I would say.
Well, there we go. Thank you for helping me out.
You're welcome.
I mean, Sunderland and Newcastle
friends.
very close geographically, but whatever. That's beside the point. Is Claudio Castagnoli, big uppercuts trying to back O'Reilly towards the Death Riders' corner, but O'Reilly is coming out with those elbow strikes. And Castagnoli, rather than allowing O'Reilly to pick up steam, trying to shut him down here with this sleeper hold.
You can see, though, O'Reilly has got plenty of experience in jiu-jitsu. I believe he's a purple belt. Tucking his chin, making sure the forearm not across the carotid artery, so Castagnoli unable to get a submission. Castagnoli at 6'5", that's a lot of weight, a lot of leverage to push across the ring.
But O'Reilly using those powerful legs, trying to drive Castagnoli forward, but you see Castagnoli getting wide, and Wheeler Yuta with the assist, allowing the Death Riders to bring O'Reilly back to their friendly territory.
And getting the referee to turn his back as well.
Great work by the champions as Castagnoli, Pac, and Yuta all seizing on Kyle O'Reilly, seizing on the opening behind the referee's back. Death Riders thus far executing their game plan quite well as Wheeler Yuta launching off that bottom rope, delivering those stomps into O'Reilly, but we've seen Yuta has been susceptible to those ankle locks by O'Reilly, but unfortunately for Kyle, right there in the range of Claudio Castagnoli.
Tough place to be regardless of who you are, and we know how great of a competitor Kyle O'Reilly is, former Ring of Honor world champ. three-time ROH World Tag Team Champ, fighting his way. Look at Pac just toying with him now, letting him expend some energy to get to the center of the ring before moving him back.
O'Reilly eating those elbow strikes, but Pac pouring it on O'Reilly, changes levels, the leg kick, and now the combination. O'Reilly was heating up, but Pac looking to extinguish that flame, accelerates to the ropes, a kitchen sink, turns the bastard inside out.
Now O'Reilly's got to make a tag. Yes, he does.
Whoa, what acceleration that was from a standing position.
Here comes the lean and sinewy Roderick Strong.
Oh, look at that. Claudio Castagnoli went for the high boot, but Strong with the backbreaker. And now taking out all three members of the Death Riders. Oh,
well,
Strong goes down.
The messiah of the backbreaker, making some disciples indeed.
And now Strong with Yuta in his grasp, but not for long. Pac sandwich, the cover made by Strong, 2 and very, very close to seeing new champions.
I think he was going to make a tag that time was Roddy, then he decided to make the cover, and now there's been a couple of tags made here.
Now the momentary indecision by Roderick Strong, perhaps costing the Undisputed Kingdom, but now Adam Cole in the ring. Gutbuster, backstabber, and O'Reilly. The running shot, O'Reilly into the cover. The far leg hook, but Castagnoli immediately, or very nearly immediately, breaking things up.
Castagnoli, the linchpin of the Death Riders, coming to the aid of his fallen partner. It'll be a long night for the Undisputed Kingdom if they're going to be able to take the trios titles.
Well, as you said, this Saturday we'll be in Brisbane for Grand Slam Australia. Tickets available right now for that big event, but that's not all we got going on. We're going to be in Phoenix next Wednesday. That's in 1 week for Dynamite and Collision. Oh, look at that!
Claudio Castagnoli behind the referee's back, driving down Roderick Strong.
Then we go to San Diego on Wednesday, February 26th. Tickets available at AEWTIX.com. Oakland on Saturday, March 1st. We're going out west.
Look at Claudio Castagnoli now. Just dishing out those boots, driving Roderick Strong down in the corner. And the fans here in Austin, they may not like it, but you can't argue with the results. Roderick Strong, our formidable opponent for Castagnoli, but Castagnoli now with the advantage.
Making it count here.
Wheeler Yuta. Tandem offense on Strong, the cover. Roderick Strong kicking out.
You know, the fans boo the Death Riders. They boo all of them, understandably so, but really they focus their hatred even sometimes more towards Wheeler Yuta than they do anybody else.
Why do you think that is, Tony?
Well, I think people realize that he is here under duress.
Well, should they be supporting him in that? Yeah. I think it's because of Yuta's history about how he turned his back on the best friends, on Orange Cassidy, on Chuck Taylor.
Ryan Danielson, who can forget what he did.
Oh, he's been complicit in all of this. Now the cover, 2. And the kick out. Wheeler Yuta, his judgment, I believe, may be the reason why the fans dislike him so intensely, but you can't argue with the results either on behalf of Wheeler Yuta. He is 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions. Is Pac with the vice-like grip around the head of Roderick Strong.
Adam Cole, relatively fresh in his corner, eager to make the tag if it comes.
Snap suplex. Sends Strong across the ring. Pac closing the distance. Once again, the driving uppercut. Now Pac covered lateral press, 2. Strong kicking out. Some frustration perhaps on the part of the bastard, who is getting eye to eye with the official Rick Knox. And
be careful. You don't want to lay your hands on an official. Strong here, doggedly wanting to get in and make that tag. He's got to be hurt. Certainly, John Moxley got to be watching somewhere, thinking perhaps ahead to Grand Slam. But he will be standing across the ring from
Switchblade Jay White and the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Cope, with Claudio Castagnoli, this man who has Roderick Strong down, with this man at John Moxley's side this Saturday night, Grand Slam Australia. Coming to you immediately following NBA All-Star Saturday night on TNT and streaming on Max, as Roderick Strong like his namesake, showing off his strength, carrying Claudio Castagnoli to the corner, but Castagnoli a gouge to the eyes, a quick tag to Pac, an even quicker tag to Wheeler Yuta, and now the Death Riders with Strong at their mercy, coming in, rapid fire shots. Roderick Strong getting dogpiled here, and don't go anywhere. This match continues on Dynamite.
The longer this goes, the bleaker things look for the Undisputed Kingdom.
Look at this arrogant cover here.
I'm not sure that's a cover. I think his boot is right on the throat.
That's a good call. You're right.
Of Roderick Strong.
What I think, though, Yuta has gained some confidence since the Death Riders have really formed as a unit. You can make an argument that John Moxley is perhaps a better mentor to Yuta than Bryan Danielson was before.
I think Yuta would definitely make that case, but
I don't buy that at all.
Hand chop delivered into the chest. Roderick Strong, he's usually the one dishing out the punishment, Nigel, with those chops, but he's been beaten down here tonight by the Death Riders.
Yeah, Strong has been at a 3-1 disadvantage for a while now, been unable to get over there and tag in any of his partners. Strong's known for his resilience, certainly, and you can see, take one look at him and you can see this man's a cardio machine.
Yeah, Tony, isolation has been the name of the game for the Death Riders here tonight. Kyle O'Reilly was on the receiving end of the punishment. Now Roderick Strong. As Nigel mentioned, Adam Cole is relatively fresh in this match, and he seems to be raring to go.
Absolutely, and you know, you're talking about isolation. Isolation is one of the reasons they're the champ, one of the reasons they're 7-0 as a trios team. And great move by Wheeler Yuta, knocking Cole right off the apron of the ring. That was very well done.
Making sure that if Strong was able to get by him, there'd be no one in the corner to tag.
Absolutely.
And again,
ankle pick by Yuta. Strong thought he was going to walk straight over to Adam Cole and make the tag, get some relief, but Yuta keeping the ball in the Death Riders' half, so to speak.
Pac now taunting the crowd here. I'm talking about a guy who has ring awareness. It's Pac, brother.
Yeah, Pac, two-time AEW World Trios Champion, the first ever AEW International Champion, the first athlete in AEW history to hold 2 All Elite Wrestling titles simultaneously.
Highly credentialed champion of the past, certainly. An incredible physique as well, the way that he blends power, speed, and agility. It makes one think perhaps of a Buddy Matthews.
Now, Buddy Matthews, who of course has his eyes on Brisbane, and the Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada this Saturday, just 3 days from now in Brisbane, Australia, Grand Slam. As Pac, the cover is made, but Roderick Strong able to kick out.
We saw on Collision, didn't we, Tony, how much Buddy Matthews really got under the skin of Okada, irritating this man. It might play a factor. I don't know. This could be match of the year contender if Buddy Matthews gets his way.
Oh, I agree. He wanted the match against Buddy Matthews, which is uncharacteristic of Okada.
The AEW World Trios Championships are on the line tonight on Dynamite. The Death Riders were in control, but Roderick Strong just turned the tables on Wheeler Yuta, but Yuta shuts him down deftly with that drop kick. Yuta now, the cover made in. Roderick Strong for the last few moments in this match, Tony, he has been the focus of the attack by the Death Riders. He's been unable to tag out to either Adam Cole or Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, but you know what? Roddy Strong's been in this position before. He knows what it's like to have to come back and have to reach down deep and make a tag. And there you see Cole and O'Reilly encouraging the fans.
Here comes Cole. Serendipitous for Strong to be ending that close, and now Adam Cole is lowering the boom.
And bouncing around Wheeler, Yuta pump kick. Drops Yuta down, and now Cole with Yuta in the fireman's carry. Sent into the corner, but Pac taken off the apron.
Wow. Great move by Adam Cole. Look at this.
Gary had Yuta staggered neck breaker combination. The far leg is hooked too, and Yuta able to kick out.
Don't get frustrated now.
One of the reasons Yuta originally came into the Blackpool Combat Club was his resilience, his fighting spirit. We're seeing that here.
And the sidestep sends Castagnoli to the floor, and O'Reilly on target, the knee strike. Cole was charging in. Yuta caught him with the back elbow. Flying tag is made, but the super kick drops back.
What great timing that was.
Tags all around. O'Reilly, the legal man, but all three members of the Undisputed Kingdom doing damage.
Double knees to the midsection, followed up by the pump kick, and now it's Undisputed Kingdom's turn to isolate Pac. Oh, triple shot there from the Kingdom. 1, 2, and Castagnoli, the double stops to the spine.
Yeah, Claudio was just too close to allow that to happen.
Oh my God.
He's unbelievable. Claudio is unbelievable.
One of the most naturally strong human beings in professional wrestling today.
And Castagnoli calling the plays out to Wheeler Yuta. Could be looking for that fastball special. Yuta up to the top. Castagnoli with the lowest, but the knees were up. Roderick Strong, the knee to Castagnoli, sends him spilling. O'Reilly the cover. No!
Oh my God.
Yuta just barely. Super kick from Cole. The high-low combination. Is this going to be it? 1, 2, no!
God, who is going to win this thing?
Yuta's in trouble. The trio's titles at the brink of changing hands.
Ankle lock.
Ankle lock cinched in. Castagnoli, though, he captured Strong and bounced Roderick Strong off the barricade, but inside the ring. This is all that matters, O'Reilly. He's got Yuta trapped. But Castagnoli comes to the ring with that chair. And wait a second. Oh, Castagnoli, Rick Knox, jockeying over the chair. Double super kicks and Castagnoli out of the ring. Yuta still at the mercy of the Undisputed Kingdom.
Divide and conquer, that's what they're doing here.
Oh, but the low blow.
Oh my God.
Knox didn't see it. And Yuta, 2, 3.
Winners of this match and still AEW World Trios Champions, the Death Riders.
Pulling a victory out of the jaws of defeat was Wheeler Yuta. And now adding insult to injury to the Undisputed Kingdom.
That's their MO, though. That's what the Death Riders are all about. Not necessarily winning. Hold on.
The TNT champion, Daniel Garcia. Danny Magic, Cool Hand Ange. Garcia leading the charge. And the Death Riders feeling discretion is the better part of valor here tonight, especially with the numbers against them, Nigel.
The Undisputed Kingdom owe a great debt of gratitude to Garcia, the TNT champion 2.0. Had it not been for them, it may have been a very different outcome.
And despite the fact that Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong all seem to covet the TNT championship held by Daniel Garcia, Garcia coming to their aid here tonight alongside Menard and Parker. And fans, I understand that our cameras are trying to catch a word with AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. You see Marina Shafir, Moxley's erstwhile companion. Is, oh, wait a second, Copeland, the chair. What is going on here?
Switchblade! Hold still, keep your fingers clear. We don't lose the little piggies, do we? There we go. There we go. All right, you got the goods for that.
The bolt cutters clipping the chain. And Coat and Switchblade leaving with the briefcase. Well, Jay White and Adam Copeland working together ahead of Grand Slam Australia to take that briefcase that we've been told contains the AEW World Championship title belt.
That's the good news. The bad news is Jon Moxley is now on the warpath again.
I know what they were thinking.
Wow.
Moxley said he wants it, a knife against his throat. Well, it's there now, and the target is on the back of Cope.
Nigel, it will all come to a head 3 days from now. Grand Slam Australia, immediately following NBA All-Star Saturday night on TNT and Max. It will be Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli facing the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland, and Switchblade Jay White in a Brisbane brawl. Plus the dream team of Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay will face the protostar Kyle Fletcher and the Alpha, the AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita. Harley Cameron has finally gotten her wish. She will take on Mercedes Moné, the CEO for the TBS Championship in Brisbane. Plus, Australia's own Buddy Matthews will face the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, for the AEW Continental Championship. And the AEW Women's World Championship will be on the line. The Glamour, Mariah May, will face her former mentor, her former friend, Timeless Toni Storm. What's still to come tonight on Dynamite? Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Dustin Rhodes one-on-one, presented commercial-free. And right now, let's hear these words from MJF.
MJF, tonight you face the legendary Dustin Rhodes, and the reaction that he got last week, but tonight you're facing him in his home state of Texas. Talk to me about this home court advantage he might have.
Renee, Texas isn't a real state, and Dustin Rhodes isn't a real man. Dustin, I know they teach you in your quaint little AA meetings to make sure that you pray to a higher power in times of need. Well, if I were you tonight, I'd get down on hand and knee and pray to the devil. Ain't no amount of paint on your mangled face is gonna be able to hide your shame, bud.
Out.
Pardon?
I said out. My interview, you get out.
Okay. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on. You got a crush on me, bud? Is that what this is? Like 4 weeks in a row here. I'll be honest. You smell great. I had no idea Jack Daniels came out with a cologne.
It's been 5 years. That's the best you got?
Okay. Not high class enough for the hanger, huh? Not highbrow enough for you. Let's try this on for size. Whatever this is, it's not you. You don't have the stomach for it. And deep down, I think you know that. Week in and week out, I watch you question every little decision you make like a lost puppy. You've lost your friends and your sanity all for what? Because you want a little apology? You're a joke. And the punchline is the fact that these schmucks actually believe in you. If anybody deserves an apology around here, it's MJF. For the lack of respect from them, and from you, and from Dustin Rhodes. But tonight I'm gonna beat it into all of you. I'm going to beat Dustin Rhodes, and then I'm gonna move one step closer to accomplishing what you have yet to do after multiple failures, Hangman. And that has become a 2-time AEW World Champion. See you later, Seabiscuit.
Hangman, now that
Tony Schiavone, I think MJF is playing with fire.
Yeah, I was thinking about barking up the wrong tree, but I think we both mean the same thing here.
Talk about fire. Take a look who's coming to the ring now.
This is the Trios Tag Team match. Everyone fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring, the team of Hook, Katsuyori Shibata, and Samoa Joe.
It's a confident trio right there, wouldn't you say, Excalibur?
3 unlikely allies, but 3 men joined together in a common purpose, and that seems to be destruction. Perhaps a little domination thrown in as well, Nigel.
And their opponents, a team of John Cruz, Aaron Solo, and Rosario Grillo.
That wasn't Nigel, that was Justin Roberts. But Nigel, back to you.
Indeed, back to your point, Excalibur. Yeah, ever since Samoa Joe has returned, he has interjected himself in Hook's conflict with Christian Cage and the patriarchy. Things have certainly come to a head.
Shibata, Joe, and Hook all charging into the corner as Joe sends John Cruz to the outside. Hook paired off with Aaron Solo into the corner. I assume they're legal men. Now, nice kick avoided there.
Trouble.
The high capture and Solo taken for a ride by the cold-hearted Handsome Devil.
As Hook goes to the outside, Shibata comes inside.
Rosario Grillo, a chop to the chest, and he may be rethinking his life choices that brought him to be standing inside the ring with the man simply known as the Wrestler, punishing him with those machine gun chops against the ropes.
This is an all-out assault. There has been no offense at all from Grillo, Solo, and Cruz. None. They have been just basically punching bags here.
The way this one started, Joe's just having fun.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. As Joe sits out with a senton, crushing the ribs of Grillo.
300-pound senton right there, guys. John Cruz. Come on, John.
John Cruz, longtime rival of Samoa Joe, whether Joe realizes it or not.
Like a gnat.
Went for that chop, and Joe showing Cruz how it's done. Backing him up to the corner. Now Samoa Joe.
Give Cruz some credit. He tried his best, but watch out, Excalibur. Here we go.
Joe, center of the ring. Muscle buster. That has got to be it. Joe covers and gets the win.
The winners of this match, the team on the hook, Katsuyori Shibata and Samoa Joe.
And Nigel, if I am Christian Cage in the Patriarchy, after the assault last week, after what we just witnessed, I'm quaking in my boots at the prospect of facing these three men.
We'll find out, but for now, let's see what Joe's got to say about it.
My name is Samoa Joe. This is my brother Hook. And this is my brother Shibata. Week after week, we come out here and the world asks me, what is this about? And I will tell you. You see, what stands before you is three men who go everywhere, always have a misunderstanding, and the only answer is violence. What stands before you is three men who do not understand. We always have a problem, and we always beat your ass to solve it. Because you see, what's standing here are the ops, and that's exactly what we are. We will hunt you down in the street, we will hunt you down in this ring, and you will be caught lacking. Which leads me to you, Christian, and the Patriarchy. You see, this could have been real simple between us. All you had to do was not hide, take your ass whooping like a man, and we could have gone about our business. But no, you continue to hide from the ops. So since I can't drag you out of your dressing room and you're too much of a chicken-ass coward to show up here tonight, I say next week on Dynamite, the Patriarchy versus the Ops.
Samoa Joe making it plain and simple, throwing out the challenge for next Wednesday night. But will Christian Cage and the Patriarchy have the, shall we say, gumption to accept the challenge?
Well, they're not cowards.
Oh, yes, they are.
I think Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, they've got some gumption, but does Christian Cage, does the Patriarch himself want to step into the ring with these three men? But fans, right now, let's head to the back once more where Renee Paquette is standing by. Take it away, Renee.
Chris Jericho, last week you doubled the bounty on Bandito, promising to pay Brian Keith $200,000 if he were to beat Bandito. Unfortunately, Brian Keith did not do that. Is there at least consolation that you get to keep the $200K?
You mocking me, Renee? Got a little smirk there. Any consolation that I got to keep the $200,000? I wouldn't have put that money up if I wasn't prepared to pay it. I would have paid double, even triple, to get rid of Bandito out of AEW. But Brian, it's okay that you didn't get the job done. We don't yell at each other here in the Learning Tree. We learn from each other. So this is going to be a teachable moment for you, Bad Apple, because tonight I want you to watch and learn as I collect the bounty from Bandito. So Bandito, I want you to meet me in the ring now. Because I challenge you to a showdown.
Don't ever embarrass me in front of Chris Jericho again.
Willow, last time we spoke, you made it very clear that right now you want to focus on yourself, and next month you make your return to Japan. What's your plan over there?
Oh, Renee, I am so excited, right? Like,
Elena, what the hell?
yeah! Smile, bitch! Yeah!
Copeland! You're fighting fire with fire. Well, I think you're completely pathetic. And you are a dead man walking!
I am the Learning Tree!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ring of Honor World Champion, the Nueve, the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho.
Right now we turn our attention back to this man, Chris Jericho, who's called out Bandito for a showdown to meet him in the center of the ring. And Chris Jericho, uncharacteristically, Tony, coming to the ring by himself. Big Bill, Brian Keith, the bad apple, nowhere in sight.
I guess this is 10 paces in the middle of town. Is that what this is for Chris Jericho?
Weren't you listening to him? This is a teachable moment.
A teachable moment?
Indeed, it is high noon for Bandito. Chris Jericho stands to gain, or dare I say keep, $200,000 of his own money.
Well, he said he paid double, maybe triple that $200,000 for that bounty on the head of Bandito.
Here he comes, the most wanted himself, and truly one of the strongest luchadors ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bandito!
Bandito, who was sidelined for nearly 2 years with that damage to that wrist, now returned to action. And from what we understand, Nigel, and from what we've seen, at more than 100%.
I don't know about that. It certainly was a time where Brian Keith came close to collecting on the bounty this past week on Collision, but be that as it may, Bandito here, had better be careful. He is standing across the ring from an absolute legend, a true veteran.
Well, you don't know about it because it's mathematically impossible. You're more than 100%, but I digress.
Bandito knows who he's standing across from. We all know the legend that is Chris Jericho. How about this?
Oh, wait, the bad apple, Brian Keith.
Oh, of course.
Where did he come from now?
He must have, was he under the ring? What?
Doesn't matter where he was. What matters is where he is now, laying the bit. Wait a second, who's that?
Turbo Floyd, Truth Magnum, the Outrunners. Even in the odds for Bandito, the unlikely allies.
A poison pen led into pro wrestling's neon era.
Brian Keith, Truth Magnum, Turbo Floyd, Chris Jericho. All pairing off. Things are broken down. What is it? Big Bill.
Big Bill's got that wanted poster.
Is Big Bill going to claim the bounty? And Bandito, after that 2-on-1 beatdown, now potentially having to deal with Big Bill.
Look at the eyes of Bill.
Oh my God, big choke slam, I think is in Bandito's future.
Look at the size of Big Bill.
Oh, look at this. Hell yeah.
Well, his mind might have been on the bounty, but Big Bill can't afford to forget about this man's powerhouse Hobbs.
It wasn't long ago these two traded right arms and bricks and all in sundry all across the arena.
Bandito the commentary. Boom! Bill goes down, courtesy of the Spine Buster.
Look at the face, the eyes. A powerhouse. Big Bill's out.
The face, Tony, that Big Bill tried to destroy with a brick, but Powerhouse Hobbs, he has returned and he has laid Big Bill to waste.
No bounty collected tonight.
Yeah, Bandito gets some pretty significant reinforcements there, but after liberating the briefcase from the grip of John Moxley earlier tonight, let's hear from King Switch and the Rated R Superstar.
Oh, Johnny boy, are you missing something? Is your freight just a little bit light right now? Look, don't you worry about the precious cargo. You just worry about getting yourself and your D-Riders on that plane to Australia. Because me and the Rated R Superstar, we have a canvas that we must paint with the blood of the one true king.
You know, Switch, I've carried one of these things a few times in my career. Yeah. Anyway, Moxley, you're running around here throwing tantrums and stomping your feet and drooling all over the place because you know that you don't have the weapon that keeps everybody under your thumb. So are your sycophants going to listen to you? Tell you what, you want this back? All you got to do is meet us in the ring at the end of the night. What do you say? See you there, kid.
Dustin Rhodes, last week you had an awful lot to say to MJF. Any final words before you head out with your match with him?
Austin, Texas, are you ready? MJF, I told you I was gonna bring the devil. Well, he's here, and you're about to find out why I am the last of my kind, bitch.
I think everybody in the building here tonight in Austin wants to see MJF get what's coming to him. Tony Schiavone, cat got your tongue?
The less words, the better, including from me.
No words would be best then.
This battle is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way into the ring from Plainview, Long Island, New York. Weighing to 126 pounds, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
You know, this brat lives for moments like this. He does. So he can run down.
So he can back up his words.
No, so he can run down.
MJF is a main event talent. His last 5 appearances here in AEW, all on pay-per-view. The last 4 victorious. So what a treat tonight. We are seeing MJF on Dynamite, and it speaks to how much he wants to end Dustin Rhodes.
Speaks to what a coward he is and how elusive he is, how he evades his opponents.
Not tonight, he's ready to go.
And his opponent from Austin, Texas, weighing 245 pounds, he is a Ring of Honor Trios and Tag Team Champion. Will they call him the Natural? Dustin Rhodes.
MJF has been running his mouth, I'd say even more than usual over the last month or so. Running down trailblazers in our industry, like Owen Hart, like Jeff Jarrett, men that made it possible for MJF to step into the ring, and now he may finally get what's coming to him.
Well, this jerk actually believes he's better than all of them. And listen, I followed Dustin's career, as you know, for a long, long time. When he first started, I was there when he and Ricky Steamboat were World Tag Team Champions back in the 90s. I was followed this young man, and now he is, it's hard to say better than ever because he was so great when he started, but he is as good as he's ever been, put it that way.
And is that good enough, though, to defeat a man the caliber of MJF? Is he at the level of the devil?
We heard Dustin Rhodes, he said it himself. MJF thinks he knows what hell is. He thinks he knows what it means to be the devil. But Dustin Rhodes, the power slam and thunderous right hand raining down on MJF.
It's what you got to do. This is exactly what you got to do to MJF.
Matt Rhodes said that he has met the devil and he kicked the devil in his teeth. And come Dynamite here tonight, he would take MJF down to hell and give him a Texas-sized ass whooping. His words, not mine.
Well, if there's anybody that knows what it means to be dragged down to hell, maybe not literally, but it is Dustin Rhodes. He has been through the ringer in his life. He has experienced highs and lows that MJF has never dreamed of. And fans, we have to remind you that this match, Dustin Rhodes, MJF, will be presented commercial-free here tonight on Dynamite. As now MJF targeting the arm, perhaps creating an opportunity for that salt of the earth, that Fujiwara armbar that MJF likes to employ.
Look how confident MJF is. He's able to turn around here and rile up all the fans here in Rhodes' hometown. Now, some people might look at this and say this is a mistake for MJF. I don't think so. When he tries to get all of these fans against him, that just fires up. Hold on a second, could be going for it.
But you see Dustin Rhodes getting his hip underneath him, not allowing him to be flattened down on his stomach, has his chest pressed to the mat to use, or to allow MJF to use that arm, that shoulder as a lever, or lever, if you will, Nigel.
Lever indeed. MJF here just with a simple arm bar, but from that position, MJF a true student of the game. The late great, hold on, oh, Pat O'Connor used that as a finishing maneuver.
Now you're comparing him to Pat O'Connor.
Absolutely.
Crying out loud.
Sunset flip attempted. And MJF steps through and once again targeting that left arm of Dustin Rhodes. Now lateral press, barely a 1 count for the former AEW World Champion.
Well, not so enough. I said everything's bigger in Texas, but if this is a Texas-sized ass whooping, it looks almost minuscule.
Now MJF, you do not become the longest reigning former AEW World Champion by accident. MJF, to give the devil his due, so to speak, is a tremendous professional wrestler, one of the best in the industry.
Well, to use the term of Jeff Jarrett, I think he's afraid of being a one-hit wonder. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You look at Jarrett's career, a multi-time world champion throughout the decades, whereas MJF, he's only been to the top of the mountain once. He's struggled to get back into the title picture. He's talked about wanting a rematch. He's talked about the failures of Hangman Adam Page, but at least Hangman Adam Page has tried to get, oh, jeez.
See, now that does nothing. That does nothing to help you win a match, and you know that, Nigel.
It's entertaining, let's bet.
MJF just looking to humiliate Dustin Rhodes here in his hometown of Austin, Texas.
Certainly, MJF hasn't had as many title reigns as Jarrett, but by the time he reached Jarrett's age, might have doubled him.
The eyes gouged by MJF. He's never met a shortcut he wasn't willing to take.
Still the owner of the diamond ring as well. Many people have tried to take it from him.
Yeah, that Dynamite diamond ring, which has been instrumental in so many victories throughout MJF's career.
Yep, 5 times Dynamite diamond ring winner.
The only man to have ever held the ring in AEW history. And now, again, attempting to humiliate Dustin Rhodes, but Dustin! Driving MJF down with the powerbomb.
MJF writhing in agony as Rhodes tries to regain some semblance of offense.
Don't have a leg.
Certainly a tenured competitor. One of the most memorable characters in the history of this job. Also one of the most respected, unless you're MJF.
Oh, MJF telegraphing it. Dustin Rhodes kick to the midsection. And the uppercut, Manhattan drop. And Rhodes whip to the side of the head. MJF stumbling towards the corner. And now it's Dustin Rhodes' turn to mount the ropes and rain punishment down on MJF.
Well, a 36-year veteran, Dustin has a hell of a lot of reserve.
I suppose that's any better, is it?
Well, it was entertaining.
As now Dustin Rhodes, the Bulldog, MJF driven down face first. And this great crowd here in Austin, Texas, seemed to be propelling Dustin Rhodes onward. Will it be onward to victory as MJF now fighting on the defensive? Dustin, he could be thinking that final reckoning there, but MJF was looking for that salt of the earth. Is now MJF up to the Rhodes stomp on the outstretched elbow.
Rare miscalculation from the Natural, trying to use the top rope. Here it is, the Fujiwara armbar.
But Dustin counters.
Great counter, great counter.
The cradle, the roll up, but oh, wait a second.
Oh my God.
MJF, he's got Dustin hooked. Could this be? No, Dustin, if anybody knows how to counter it, it's the Natural, Dustin Rhodes. As Dustin taking MJF to the cross. Rhodes! Cover! 2! No!
Just able to get that left shoulder up by scooting the feet out.
The picture on the face of Dustin Rhodes after MJF kicked out said it all. Just watch this. High impact. Hooked the leg as well. But when the former AEW World Champion kicked out, it was nothing but despair on the face of the Natural.
You can see Dustin Rhodes just feeding off the energy here in Austin, Texas.
But that he's having a fit.
The city where he's made his home for so many years. Now perhaps on the verge of shutting MJF up. No, the inside cradle, the leg is hooked. Dustin tilts the momentum. 2 counts all around. Dustin now taking back suplex MJF. Look at that. Feigning the knee injury. Picks Dustin up, drives him down. Pile driver. 2. And oh, Dustin barely kicks out.
What a great competitive match we are having here. I don't think we're surprised by it either.
MJF almost put the Natural away here. Short impact. Hooking both legs. Really forced Dustin to expend some energy. Kicking out there.
And Nigel, that snap pile driver on the athlete the size of Dustin Rhodes, 6'6", 245 pounds, being driven down on the crown of his head. That's disastrous.
Very little time to prepare. Because right now, MJF preparing for something a little bit more dangerous.
The steel chair in the hand of MJF. Could be looking to inflict punishment on Dustin Rhodes, but he could be looking for an escape.
Absolutely. It's the easy way out.
What's he going to escape from? He's in control of this match.
If he gets disqualified, he won't.
Yeah, if he gets disqualified, he can outrun Dustin Rhodes. He can continue to run away from his fights, but now,
there you go.
Thankfully, referee Bryce Remsburg, he's been down this road before with MJF.
Oh, wait a second.
Well, MJF, and perhaps in position for something quite unnatural from Dustin Rhodes!
Rhodes remembers last week when MJF did that to him.
And now the final reckoning, Dustin! 2, 3, no!
God, he escaped. Give MJF a lot of credit, guys. I hate to say it.
He is a generational talent.
Oh, stop.
He's not a liar. That's why people hate him so much. They are jealous of his success and his ability.
No, they're not jealous of his success. They're not jealous of his ability.
they loathe at how manipulative he is and about how insincere he is. Say what you will about Hangman Adam Page, but he is what he is. He never tries to be anything else. MJF, I mean, he's a chameleon. He's the worst kind of chameleon. Oh, no!
He was lying in wait, certainly there. As Rose hooked the front face lock. MJF out the back door, driving the shoulder down.
As MJF with Dustin Rhodes in his grip, a mad look in his eyes, and the final reckoning. Now MJF in Austin, Texas. No! Oh, but into the salt of the earth.
Look at the angle and the torque.
And now he's bridging up using the legs, the hips is MJF.
The left shoulder of the natural driven into the mat. The striations on the deltoid. He's going to have to tap or that shoulder's going to break.
MJF wrenching up on that arm. Dustin Rhodes on the verge of tapping.
Oh, the ignominy in his own hometown as well. He'll never be able to show his face again.
Everybody's chanting Dustin's name and he's coming alive because of it.
Dustin Rhodes on the verge of a rope break, but MJF drags him towards center. The crossface is now cinched in. And Dustin Rhodes, the mouth is covered. Dustin, he's unresponsive, and the referee calls for the end of the match. Oh, look at after the bell.
The winner of this match, MJF.
And Nigel, brought up an excellent point. MJF, how much of this was about MJF winning the match, and how much of this was about MJF attempting to humiliate Dustin Rhodes in his own hometown?
A little from column A, a little from column B, but if you're MJF, you can have your way and you can enjoy yourself. Dustin Rhodes was out cold, unable to defend himself adequately. The official, Bryce Remsburg, had no choice but to hand the decision.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, Remsburg doing the right thing, getting away from MJF.
Yeah, he's threatening the ref. And
now MJF.
Just walk away.
As Ian,
come on.
You won the match.
Yeah, you did.
You proved your point. You beat Dustin Rhodes, and now, just completely unnecessary.
He's an ass.
As MJF now looking to inflict permanent damage on Dustin Rhodes, but Hangman Adam Page, after his decisive victory earlier tonight, looks like he's still got some fight left in him.
Well, MJF didn't run, but he is slowly backing out of here.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
A tactical retreat. Oh, hold on. Look at that.
What a spineless coward.
Was cowardly. He just attacked the man.
And now, thankfully, security sliding in the ring, trying to keep these athletes separated.
Yeah, we got also, there's Jerry Lynn, one of our officials. He's out there as well.
Look at MJF breaking free. And now going
nothingly coward about MJF. He's taking the fight to Hangman Adam Page.
Well, Hangman Adam Page being restrained by 5 or 6 men, and now breaking free and turning the tables on MJF. Fist of fury flying into the face of MJF.
It took a lot of security guys to hold everybody back. We said Jerry Lynn had come out, Chuck Taylor had come out as well.
Wait a second.
MJF, Hangman Adam Page find themselves separated from security, but not from one another. But MJF gouging the throat of Hangman, but Hangman.
Oh boy, trouble.
Into the crowd.
Hangman and MJF battling throughout the HEB Center here in Austin. Looks like MJF is trying to escape through the concourse.
What a chaotic scene this is. MJF after a hard-fought victory against Dustin Rhodes, was willing to take the fight to Adam Page.
Yeah, but what about Adam Page's victory over Max Caster? Both these men competed here tonight. Both these men won.
And they're going all the way up to the top. Oh, my God. That is so dangerous. That is right above an entryway.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, my God. He's trying to throw him head first.
They're a good 8, 9, 10 feet in the air there. If they are pushed off that balcony.
You got a couple of men fighting for their lives right here, basically.
Good luck settling this one down. We've got a TV show to get done.
Fans here in Austin, they certainly want to see it.
Yeah, we all do. Let him fight.
Likely ejecting him from the building, trying to keep Hangman Adam Page separated from MJF.
Oh, look at this.
Very easy to be brave and celebratory.
He is a coward.
When you give up with this, Tony, no matter what MJF does, he's a coward in your book. He steps away, he's a coward. He attacks the man, he's a coward. He can't win with you, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care what you think. He doesn't care what anybody else thinks.
Oh, Nigel, I guess that's why you like to show off those biceps of yours, because you carry the water for MJF so often.
Here's the problem. I'm ready to go, but your boy sucks, and he's afraid of me because he's a gutless coward. You ain't coming back out here. He ain't coming back out here because he's a loser like each and every single one of you.
Yeah, again, very easy to talk like that if you're MJF and you know that Hangman Adam Page is being restrained, being ejected from the building.
I've seen a lot of despicable...
Oh, wait a second, I spoke too soon!
Holy smokes! We are digging this!
Hangman Page is a madman.
Yes, go get him!
Adam Page is out for blood! And MJF trying to go for Hangman Adam Page, but while we need to restore order here tonight, we have more Dynamite, but we need to separate MJF and Hangman Adam Page.
I've got a new best friend.
Kenny Omega, stunning the world.
Fletcher and Takeshita.
The enemy of my enemy, perhaps, is my friend.
In Brisbane, Australia. It's gonna be you. We put 6 feet down under.
In my home city, in my home country, for the TBS title. You are not on my level. And I'm gonna show the entire world why I am the CEO.
Moxley! Grand Slam Australia! Adam Copeland! The Switchblade Jay White! John Moxley! Claudio Castagnoli! Anything goes! In a Brisbane brawl!
Australia's best versus Japan's best.
Bitch.
You are a joke.
It's Tony time! Yeah!
You were the dumbest,
It's the performance of a lifetime!
easiest pawn I used
I am timeless Tony Storm!
to dominate this game.
It's my moment in the sun!
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite, where moments ago we witnessed a frenzied exchange between MJF and Hangman Adam Page. It was MJF picking up the victory over the natural Dustin Rhodes, but MJF, not content with the win, sought to inflict permanent damage on Rhodes, but it was the intervention by Hangman Adam Page in the ensuing battle that started in the ring and spilled out over the arena. Both athletes had to be separated by security. Ultimately, MJF was dragged away, but Hangman Page broke free, taking out his frustrations on the security guards. Frustrations, I'm sure, were directed at Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. Tony Khan has made it official for next week. It will be MJF and Hangman Adam Page face to face, live on Dynamite. They better check underneath the ring for a powder keg. And
Fans, you can join us in Phoenix next Wednesday night as Dynamite returns, AEWTIX.com or live on TVX and streaming on Max.
This next contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Thessalonica, Megan Payne.
Well, Nigel McGuinness, you've had a front row experience for how impressive Megan Payne can be inside the ring, and unfortunately for Thunder Rosa, she found out as well.
This past week on Collision, Thunder Rosa picking up a hard-fought victory against Penelope Ford. Earlier in the night, she tried to curb a favor of Payne, who gave her no response that night. And with Penelope Ford attacking from behind, Payne left La Mera flat in the center of the ring.
And her opponent, Maya World.
Maya, very popular local competitor from right here in the Austin area, but it's going to have her work cut out for her against Megan Payne, who burst back onto the scene here in AEW a few weeks ago on Dynamite, Tony, the first ever women's casino gauntlet match, and Megan Payne very nearly made herself the front runner, earning a shot at Grand Slam Australia.
That's right, and now we're seeing Megan wrestle her very first singles match here on Dynamite, which she is a powerhouse, and she has just exploded here on the scene in a short period of time. She wrestled at Stardom, as we know, got plenty of experience there, and boy, she's a lot. You can see she has a lot of confidence here.
Look at this. Absolutely commanding start to this match. Payne equally parts stunning and indomitable.
Hammer throw into the ropes, and Payne lowers the shoulder and drops Maya World down to the mat. And Megan Payne not looking too bothered by the competition here tonight. Steps over, leapfrog attempt. Payne catches Maya in the bear hug and belly-to-belly suplex, tossing her opponent over the top.
The women's division just gets better and better and better. And here is proof right here with Megan Payne.
Your Thunder Rosa, the former AEW Women's Champion, she's talked about wanting to get title opportunities in the future. She's going to get one. She's going to have to try to step through this Greek goddess.
Bang! Oh, God. Look at that, just hoisting her opponent up and over the top. And, you know, we talked about that women's casino gauntlet match. It was won by Toni Storm, who will face Mariah May just 3 days away. Grand Slam Australia, timeless Toni Storm challenging Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Championship. The eyes of the world will be on Brisbane this Saturday night, immediately following NBA All-Star action on TNT and Max. But Megan Payne, this could be the end of the night for her opponent. Payne sends her opponent down. That's just how she took out Thunder Rosa last Saturday night in Collision. In just half, she scored the victory tonight.
The winner of this match, Megan Payne.
An assertive, a dominant performance by Megan Payne tonight in her Dynamite singles debut. Most certainly not someone that gets paid by the hour. Let's take a look back at the closing moments of this match and witness the poise, the power, the precision of Megan Payne on display, and someone is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And she knows it too. You can just see it, the confidence emanating from just her look and the way she walks, struts, and whoa.
You want to talk about powerful, you want to talk about a force.
Absolutely, Statlander.
This match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Long Island, New York, Chris Statlander.
Well, Nigel, we saw Statlander and Payne. They crossed paths briefly in that women's casino gauntlet match, and evidently Chris Statlander feeling like Megan Payne is taking a little too much time on the exit.
Taking a good look on the way through, potentially a look into her future. But for now, Statlander has a different opponent, an opponent who, dare I say, has somewhat of a connection to Payne herself.
Yeah, Megan Payne and this next one finding themselves
with a common purpose, so to speak, this past Saturday night. Let's head back to the ring and Justin Roberts.
And her opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Penelope Ford.
You see, Penelope's got a great singles record, and of course, she was out for over 700 days with an injury, but she's come back. I think she looks in great shape. Her cardiovascular training is back with her now.
Yeah, Penelope's come back, looking to settle some scores of the past and settling a score potentially with Chris Statlander, a little more recent than some of those old rivalries.
Yeah, I tell you, Penelope Ford has wins over Riho, Willow Nightingale, Julia Hart in her back pocket, so to speak. But she's going against Powerhouse here, Nigel.
Yeah, certainly going to have to try to use her hybrid style against, as you said, one of the most powerful competitors in the women's division. And it wasn't long ago that Statlander took the TBS champion Mercedes Moné to the absolute limit, almost regaining the title. Of course, Moné we will see in action in Brisbane against Harley Cameron, but will she feel the wrath?
Yeah, TBS championship on the line this Saturday night, immediately following NBA All-Star action on TNT and Max, as Statlander controlling Penelope Ford that side headlock, but Ford using those legs to turn the tables.
Very strong legs, Excalibur.
And Tony, you gotta wonder where Chris Statlander's head is at after we saw Willow Nightingale, the woman that Chris Statlander's trying to mend fences with, continues to try to mend fences with, attacked by Marina Shafir and John Mox with those very pointed words for the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, one thing is that even Statlander has said, you know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to apologize, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, I know that, oh, look at this, as tempers can flare and feelings are hurt.
Well, and speaking of tempers flaring, Moxley saying Copeland's fighting fire with fire, but right now Statlander looking to end it.
I dare say that Cope and Jay White are going to regret that decision.
Really?
Ever since winning the title, Moxley has kept the title belt hidden in that briefcase. So that is, you know what they say about possession being 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, that's baloney. That
Moxley
possession
certainly
9/10
thinks
of the
so.
law thing.
He's going to get that title back, and Cope and Jay White are going to pay the price in Brisbane.
Yeah, Moxley, Castagnoli, Jay White, Adam Copeland this Saturday as Statlander. Tired of the games of Penelope Ford. Oh, looking forward though. Using her flexibility, but Statlander's seen enough. Stomp to the midsection. Now Statlander continues the attack. Hammer throw into the corner. Ford elevates up and over. Sunset flip. Statlander rolls through. Drop kick on target. Statlander the cover. Ford able to kick out, but just barely.
Statlander now pushing the advantage with the power.
Statlander has Penelope. Elevated vertical suplex. Chris Statlander showing off her might and muscle. I'm sure much to the chagrin of Penelope Ford. Statlander continues the assault, and this match continues on TBS and streaming on Max.
Quick turnaround there for Ford, who, to your point, has looked very impressive since her return from injury, but just hasn't got the results that she's wanted. Needs a victory here against Statlander to really reverse her fortunes.
No, but you know, Nigel, she's really taking the fight right to Statlander, which is what you got to do. I mean, obviously.
She's got to make this match in her style. I called her a hybrid competitor before. Make this less about power, more about technique, about speed. And I think Ford could be going home with a victory here.
And we mentioned the fact that these two women crossed paths somewhat recently. It was Statlander that got the better of Penelope Ford that night. Has Penelope Ford taken away some lessons from that clash? Has she come up with a counter strategy for Chris Statlander? And that hybrid style may be exactly what's needed tonight, Nigel.
For a second there, it looked like Ford was almost just playing with Statlander, the former TBS champion, who has shown that you certainly cannot do that. Oh, but look at that, running straight into the right arm clothesline.
Penelope looked for the cover. Very rapid pinfall attempt, but Statlander able to kick out.
Ford, who's known for a tenacious, aggressive style.
Yeah, but you kind of look at the facial expression of Penelope Ford, perhaps some simmering frustration, right, on behalf of Penelope.
And then showing that frustration by using a chokehold here. And Bryce warning Penelope, but Penelope not paying attention to him at all here.
Statlander being driven face first in that turnbuckle pad in the corner. First the top, then the middle. And now Penelope using that athletics background, that flexibility to punish Chris Statlander.
A very nice response from the Austin crowd here. Booing Statlander for not putting up much of a fight.
Oh, for crying out loud, Nigel.
What?
You're out of your mind.
Penelope continues to test the referee's 5 count there with these illegal holds in the ropes. But Statlander blocking Penelope, and now Statlander looking to apply pressure.
Well, look at that power. One arm just hoisted Penelope to the top turnbuckle pad.
Legs to the outside, indicating she's going to attempt a superplex. If Statlander can get up there to execute it. She's halfway there.
Penelope trying to fight her off here, though. Don't know if she can.
Statlander and Penelope Ford crashing back down to earth.
That was a crash, Excalibur. You are right.
Awkward landing though for Statlander, who's unable to follow up with a pinfall attempt. May have landed hard in the back of her head and neck on the way down as well.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite on TBS and streaming on Max, where Chris Statlander moments ago turning the tables on Penelope Ford. A thunderous superplex, Nigel.
Yeah, from the middle rope, and an awkward landing for both Statlander and Ford, who now back in the center of the ring.
Statlander elbow strikes, battering Penelope Ford, drives her down. The lariat and a second one. Penelope back to her feet, but Statlander on the attack. Power slam! Leg is hooked, cover is made, but Penelope able to kick out. Man, Penelope Ford showing tremendous resolve, surviving that power slam. And fans, as I understand it, Tony Khan has made it official for Dynamite. Next Wednesday night, a return to Phoenix, Arizona. It will be Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Kip Sabian, the Patriarchy, taking on the Op Samoa Joe. Katsuyori Shibata, the Cold Heart, and Handsome Double Hook. A trios match. You can join us in Phoenix, AEWTIX.com, or live next Wednesday night on TBS and Max. Penelope Ford, beautiful neck breaker. Now the cover's made. 2. No, Statlander escapes.
Kicking out from Statlander, but not with a lot of mustard. Very awkward landing with the neck break up from Ford. Almost a double impact of sorts, rattling the spine of the former TBS champion.
As now, Penelope Ford, she likes that moonsault press. Statlander does not want to find out if Penelope is going to employ it here tonight. Instead, the deadlift, the German suplex. No, Penelope landing on her feet again. Penelope using the flexibility, the stunner. And Penelope off the middle rope. No, Statlander.
Oh, God.
Waiting with the German suplex.
That folded her up.
Chris Statlander, the cover. And no, Penelope kicking out.
Because of the way that Ford landed there after the German suplex, it was almost an awkward pinfall attempt from Statlander that gave Ford the chance to kick out, but Statlander not stopping there.
Fireman's carry, and Penelope though. Oh, poison rana!
Wow, what a women's matchup we're watching here.
What a matchup we are watching as Penelope Ford turning the tables on Chris Statlander, and now the window of opportunity perhaps open. No. Penelope goes through, lands on her feet, but Statlander, a lariat. And now Statlander inverts Penelope. Wednesday Night Fever. 2, 3.
Statlander earned every bit of that, guys. There is no doubt about it. That was a great win.
Yeah, Nigel, it was clear that Penelope Ford came into this one with a game plan, but Chris Statlander just one step ahead of Penelope.
Yeah, Statlander ultimately making this match about power and strength. And whenever she does that, she leaves with the victory.
Well, Chris Statlander, a dominant performance, but Megan Bayne, likewise moments ago, had a dominant performance of her own. Perhaps feeling upstaged by the former TBS champion, but look at this. Once again, Penelope Ford, the attack from behind this time. First was on Thunder Rosa, this time it's on Statlander, and Bayne drives down Statlander.
Bayne and Ford, common enemies.
And you know, Nigel, we said that the locker room was put on notice here by the presence of Megan Bayne. I think Chris Statlander has just been put on notice as well. But fans, coming up this Saturday night, Grand Slam Australia from Brisbane, immediately following NBA All-Star Saturday night on TNT and Max. It will be Mercedes Moné and Harley Cameron for the TBS Championship.
I wonder, down under, will I be the one that steals your thunder? I know they're calling you for Monday. I take one if you wait, then we'll call it a day.
Harley, are you sure of it? Compared to her, you're new to this.
I know.
She keeps on saying you define just what a loser is.
And we're in the underdog, you know I got a lot of luck enough to do with hours in the ring, you know I put the effort in. But will I win? You are the best there's ever been. One of the best there's ever been. You know what? Stop. Just cut.
Wait,
cut.
Why, what's wrong?
Mercedes, you're one of the greatest wrestlers alive. But you had to start somewhere. And you know, not too long ago, there was a time where I had no idea how to wrestle. But there was also a time where I didn't know how to sing, or play guitar, or do ventriloquism, or speak Chinese. I guess I'm a quick learner. And for all the times that you called me a loser and ignored me, I just want to say thank you. Because it pushed me to work harder. It inspired me to be different. Thank you for elevating the women's division, because thanks to you, Harley Cameron is going to win the TBS title in her home country in Australia. I don't want to ride the Moné train. I want to drive it. Feel the wrath.
Texas! This match set for one fall with a 16-minute time limit is for the AEW World Tag Team Championship! Introducing the challengers from Orlando, Florida, at a combined weight of 445 pounds, Austin and Colton, the Guns.
You know, Excalibur, these two young men have never lacked for confidence, though, and that's very, very important, I think, going into this match.
Confidence is one thing, though, Tony. Capability is something very different. Sun's out, guns out, used to be their moniker, but it's been very dark days for the Collision Cowboys after joining the Bang Bang Gang and running roughshod over Collision, suffering injuries last fall. This is their first match back. It was last week on Dynamite that they say fortune favours the bold. They fronted the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate, and earned themselves this title shot.
Great rules, see great checks, see great arms, see great legs, see great rookies, see great vets, see great refs, some great fests. This
And their opponents, being accompanied by MVP. At a combined weight of 540 pounds, they are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. They hurt people. Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Syndicate.
Lashley and Benjamin looking to make the first defense of the AEW World Tag Team Championship against the former champions, the Guns. Let's take you back to last Wednesday night when the challenge was made.
But now it's time for us to do our job, which is take back our tag team titles.
MVP accepting the challenge from Colton and Austin Gunn, the former AEW World Tag Team Champions. And, you know, for as dominant as Lashley and Benjamin have looked, I think the Guns, I think Colton and Austin Gunn, they possess the athleticism, they have possessed the drive as second-generation athletes that they can give the Hurt Syndicate problems. And you know what? They've got a hell of a chance of becoming two-time champions here tonight.
Sure, if I'd agree with hell of a chance. If you take a look at the Hurt Syndicate, I don't know if there's anyone alive who has a hell of a chance against these two men. People have asked me who I'd like to wrestle if I was going to get in the ring again. I can tell you who I don't want to wrestle, and that is the Hurt Syndicate. Not for all the money in the world. They live up to their moniker. They hurt people.
Well, the Guns became the 10th AEW World Tag Team Champs, like you said, Excalibur. It was almost 2 years ago in El Paso when they won it. And again, you saw the smile on the face of Austin.
Yeah, it's the Lone Star State of Texas, the lucky charm for Colton and Austin Gunn.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't control the microphones. He's going to join us on commentary, and
now, yeah, we seem to have made an MVP or enemy of MVP, which is just great. Thanks, Nigel. This is what we get when Taz.
One of the last people.
Don't blame me. I was holding up the headphone here. I was more than willing to give it to him.
Well, right now, Colton Gunn, Bobby Lashley starting things off for the respect.